WWE's Ariel, Shelly Martinez.
Dude, they look like they're beating each other's ass.
Full name Rio on their cheeks. I mean, come on.
I was watching it and I was like, what? Put it back. I was like, whoa. I might punch someone.
Don't punch me. Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is DS, and today for our Spooky Month special, we got the spooky legend here, WWE's Ariel, Shelly Martinez. This is our crown jewel review, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Your place looks great.
Thank
It's so
you.
freaking cute. I just can't.
Oh my god, because you came here when I literally only had a couch.
Yeah, and it was even cute then. And I knew, like, from your stuff before, you always have a cute backdrop. And we all know it's all about the backdrop. You gotta have the cute backdrop.
And I texted Shelly like, I think I'm gonna wear a costume. And I was like almost expecting you to send me that video like, this is not a costume.
I dress like this every day. That's the line. And here's what's funny. I said it out loud. When
I'm wearing spooky outfit from Korea. It's from K-pop Demon Hunter, the Sacha Boys. And you're just who you are.
Again, this is not a costume. I dress like this every day.
Yes.
But this top I did wear as Ariel. And then the socks. If you guys knew Ariel or Selena's, you know skater socks is where it's at.
So I made you watch two women's matches from Crown Jewel. Shelly like got here and she was like, I have a lot to talk about.
And I don't know, I hope I don't disappoint what I have to talk about, but like, let's just get into it.
So starting with the first match, champion versus champion. We got Tiffany Stratton, our WWE Women's Champion, versus Stephanie Vaquer, the World Women's Champion. Should we talk about the gear first?
Oh, I thought they looked really cute.
Oh, I thought you would really like Stephanie's outfit, right?
Here's the thing. I'm so jealous that she gets to come up from, like, wow, like that is so amazing. Something that I thought was really cool is during my era, even though WWE/F has often had different nationalities represented here and there, for the women, I feel like I just see so much diversity now versus then.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and what was tripping me out is to see girls have more of an edge look and it gets accepted. And I feel like that has to do with society. That's just kind of like the fads that are going on, so it's accepted.
Yeah.
So with her character, it was newish to me because of course I've seen her online,
Right.
but I have never seen her work before. This match, there was a couple times where I was like, wow, I want to know who she is more.
Yeah.
She got my attention and she
Yes.
made me want to know more about
For
her.
sure.
And like, what are you all about?
I know. And the entrance is so cool with her like horn and then just that gothic almost outfit, right?
Totally. It's so freaking cute. You can put an outfit on anyone. You have to make it work.
That's true. And she's
she
making
made
it work. Yeah, yeah.
She makes it work.
And then Tiffany, she usually like goes full out with her outfit. I think she held back a little bit.
Is that right?
I think she held back a little bit. It wasn't, I don't know, I wasn't like gagged by it. I usually am. But it was really interesting to see Tiffany here because this is where Australia, and this is where like Tiffany Stratton really blew up. In the Elimination Chamber match, I forgot when it was, but like people were just chanting Tiffy Time the entire match. I feel like that was like the explosion of Tiffany Stratton. So for her to come in as the world champion, I thought it was like really cool, and obviously they were loving her. This champion versus champion match, what did you think?
Things between them have been kind of cordial. Is that right?
Yeah, it was honestly kind of boring build-up.
That made me wonder what the buildup was.
Non-existent.
Well, now it makes sense. So Tiffany, she reminded me of like a kind of an extension of Kelly.
Okay.
Kelly had that athletic background before going into wrestling, like with, you know, I think it was cheerleading or maybe something like that. Seeing those different moves made me think about like Kelly, like, you know what I'm saying? I know some people might come for me for it. I'm not saying they're the same,
that's great, yeah.
but like an extension, you know what I mean?
She loves Kelly, by the way.
Oh, okay,
Tiffany
great.
does.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's an extension in her own way, and I thought that was really, really cute, especially with that vibe, with like the dark vibe.
Yeah.
Of course, I loved that, right? But I wondered what the buildup was because I felt like they were holding back.
Ooh, I felt the same way.
Okay, good. I thought you were going to be like, oh my gosh, what are you crazy?
No, especially for a champion versus champion
I
match.
felt it was holding back,
Yeah.
and I didn't understand why. And it kind of a time or two took me out of the match a little bit because I was like, something was missing.
I think it was also because it was babyface champion versus babyface champion, so they're like, oh, like we respect each other. There wasn't really like heat. Like, what are they really fighting for? I guess they do get that freaking huge ass champion belt, which is something to fight for. But it was just like, what are they fighting for? Why are they fighting? It was just kind of missing. And it was interesting seeing Stephanie, who's honestly more of a babyface than Tiffany, I think, was working more heel in this match.
Well, you have to, even if you're babyface versus babyface, you have to have someone has to be a heel type, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's to make a match.
I wonder because if Stephanie is more veteran, maybe that's why?
That could be too. Could be too. Here's the thing. They did some really awesome moves in there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The Alabama Slam?
Oh my gosh.
Whew. I love that Tiffany pulled out End of Heartache. That like suplex into the backbreaker move. That's so beautiful. Honestly, Trish sold it better, but... being a Trish Stratus fan. But I loved it. You know, Stephanie, you probably noticed this about Stephanie too. She's so clean with everything she does. She like just does everything with intent. I just love seeing her wrestle. But I gotta ask you, because like, I'm just like, how are they doing this dragon screw? That looks so scary. And I say this every time I see that move.
Dude, I don't know. I was watching it and I was like, what? And I put it back. I was like, whoa. There was those moments with these amazing moves. They were executed well. Yeah. They made sense. Mm-hmm. And I think they did a good job of telling the story because of the two babyface vibes. Someone wants to win. Mm-hmm. You don't want to lose.
Right. I mean, it's a very simple story. But
it is a simple story, but a lot of times you see people miss that mark. It's hard to do babyface versus babyface because you say, there's no heel. Who's going to be the heel? And even if one is the heel, they really can't be too heelish if they're a babyface, you know?
Yeah.
So it's difficult. It can be. And so when you keep that simple formula of you're there to win, not to lose, you could still shake hands after, you can give each other a hug, whatever. A lot of people lose that mark. And I think that at least they did a good job of keeping that, like, I want to win. Win. Like, no disrespect, but I want to win, you know?
Watching this match made me really miss Tiffany Stratton as a bratty heel she was, because she was such a good heel. I mean, you've seen this with multiple people before, like when they become babyface after they got too popular as heel, they kind of become like generic. And I think that kind of happened with Tiffany because she's such a good heel. So I wish they kind of like get her back in that little bratty area.
Has most of her career she been in the heel?
Yes.
That's probably what it is. She hasn't found her baby face yet.
Yeah.
And when you're a really good heel, it's easy to lean into that. She just needs to find who she is in the ring as the babyface.
Right. I mean, because her wrestling style is very acrobatic and that's babyface.
So cute.
But I think the energy she exudes is like cocky babyface, isn't it?
It could, like, I don't know. She just needs to figure it out, and she will. How long has she been in the business for?
3-4 years.
Oh.
She's like a super
wow.
rookie.
She's real good.
She's real good, yeah.
She's real good.
She's really new, and she's a world champion. I mean, actually, both of them are like relatively new to WWE, and they're both world champions. That's really huge.
How long has Stephanie been in the business?
She started wrestling from 2009.
Oh, 2009.
So she's been wrestling for a little bit, but then she's new to WWE audience. Yeah,
she's great. Both ladies are really awesome, but it's really cool to hear that Tiffany is so green.
Yeah,
that's the answer. Then
right.
She just doesn't know how to be a heel yet, and she will. Sometimes you have to get pissed off and let down, and sometimes even borderline bored with something before you're like, okay, I got to make a change because now this is just like, I'm getting on my own nerves. So she needs to like hit that point and then she'll figure it out.
It's kind of funny because her whole thing is like, what time is it? It's Tiffy time. I think she's kind of sick of saying that. The ending was really cool. So she did the prettiest moonsault, which I think always looks so beautiful, but then she missed it and Stephanie connected it with corkscrew moonsault. Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, that corkscrew. I was just like, oh, like, and then they kept doing the slow-mo and I was like, whoa, like this is awesome.
Honestly, I was really shocked that Stephanie picked up a clean win from another top champion. This was like pretty shocking to me. 10-minute match, which I think is a little too short for the champion versus champion match, to be honest, but clean finish.
You don't know what they have in store for her though, and that's why. Like, that's the thing is, like, when you have these finishes that you're like, wait, what? And so whatever, then you see a few months down the road, you're like, oh, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
So just stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned, because this is Tiffany's like first big loss since as a champion, so we'll see how that will go for her. The whole ceremony afterwards, and then the interview. There's something about Stephanie that's so like you want to root for her. And that's very rare, I think.
Not to sound cliche, but I feel she knows how to connect with the people. And that's why
It's genuine.
Yeah, not everyone has that natural ability to connect with people like that. And when you have that and you perform in front of a live audience, dude, you have like so much power. And I saw the fans giving to both girls. And then with the speech at the end, I could feel the crowd just vibing with her.
Yeah, they respect
and that's
her.
So cool. It was so cool to see because a lot of times in my day, only the boys got the opportunities like that. The women didn't have as much opportunities to have that moment.
Right.
It was just so freaking cool to see, man.
The other cool thing about Stephanie is that as she's talking more and more, you can see that her English is improving. She's more confident in front of the fans. Like, you can see that improvement, and it's just like you want to root for her even more. And this is wild because, again, she just joined main roster this year, and she's giving this much success, and people have no problem with it. So I'm excited, like, what's next for her, because this is awesome. Okay, but can we talk about all the crowd chants at Crown Jewel, from dueling Tiffy Time and La Primera chants to Asuka's a wanker chant? That's the type of energy you can only feel when you're at the arena, in the attendance at the live wrestling show. And if you want to experience that firsthand and look for tickets, SeatGeek is the way to go. And this episode is sponsored by SeatGeek, but I'm literally using it right now to look for my tickets myself too. SeatGeek is absolutely the easiest way to get tickets to live events, whether you're trying to catch WWE, concerts, sports, theater, or even Lady Gaga or Ariana Grande concert. SeatGeek has your back. Like I said, I'm literally been on this app so much because I'm like trying to get this Mayhem tour Lady Gaga. She's coming back to LA in February, and it really is easy. It breaks down everything for you. Every ticket gets a score from 1 to 10, so you're not out there just guessing if it's a good price. Green means good, and red means maybe lurk around a little more. Let me check this Wednesday ticket because I feel like it might be a little cheaper. Okay, they've got some good one. The amazing one here, only $165. That's really nice. So you can look around in the map, kind of see the area where you want to seat, and see if the deal is indeed good or not. And just for you guys, because sharing is caring, I've got a special code just for you. Use Ring the Bell 10 and it will get you 10% off your next order. So take your phone, open SeatGeek app, and add code Ring the Bell 10 to your account. Like, what are you waiting for? It is Tiffy SeatGeek time. Well, let's move to the second match. We got a tag match. It is Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. And it's a whole feud with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky having a bit of a lesbian situation. And then the homophobic mother, Asuka, is like, no, you cannot date her. This is just my interpretation.
Okay, I see.
Okay. But there's a lot going on. I just have to point out the fact that Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, they were having like a matching outfit with like each of their flags in the boots, and then they had the couple named Rio on their cheeks. I mean, come on. Queer baiting or what's going... I mean, I love it.
I think it's cute. I think it's completely cute.
I'm here for it.
I think it's so cute. And here's the thing. When I was watching the video package, this is a good storyline because people can relate to this. They can relate to however they interpret it. They can relate to that. Like, you have that person who means a lot to you, that you care for, that you respect. But then you got your family.
Yeah.
So who are you going to choose? It's your family. And then when you see your family doing dirty things, it's like, come on, I had your back. I even turned my back on this person I was loyal to for you. So it's so pulling at the heartstrings.
I love it.
And I'm here for it.
Kind of like how you said it. Isn't that cool that this is happening between 3 Japanese women and they're using Japanese in the promo?
It's so freaking cool because to me, luchadoras and the Japanese female wrestlers, I've always been like, wow, like that's just a different vibe. Like when you get some like a gal in there that knows her lucha, or gals that are, whether they are the Japanese wrestlers or they've just wrestled there a ton, so that's whatever, like that's my vibe. And 3 Japanese women in there doing their thing and like and speaking their language. I was blown away. I was like, this is so cool to see those barriers. I hate to sound so cliche, but it's true. It's so freaking cool to see, especially when it's women. Because as you know, you've talked to so many women wrestlers. It is so difficult in the business. And to see the women shining and finally getting their moment, dude, it's so freaking cool and I'm here for it. Them incorporating their style and everything in the match, I was just like, oh my God, this is awesome.
And I love the commentary is like digging deeper into their history. So I made this video about their 15-year history, by the way. If you haven't yet, check it out. It's deep. Their history, Asuka and Io, very deep, very juicy. But I love that they brought in that cultural factor of the senpai and kohai culture, how like in East Asia, Korea included, especially in athletic field, like you have to respect your senior. Like, no questions asked. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. And Asuka is the one that was always very vocal against that culture. So the fact that she is in this storyline showing that toxic senpai culture is just so cool for me.
And hearing it on those terms, I love it even more too, because that's just, who does that?
Yeah.
She is, and she's allowed to. And that's so freaking cool.
Yeah.
It's so freaking cool.
So this match,
yes,
it was kind of a classic heel versus babyface match where you're like cutting the ring in half, right? What did you think?
That crowd gave so much energy to those women. There was a point where it was like the first hot tag. I heard the crowd erupt when Rhea got tagged in. I don't know if it's because I'm about to start my period, but I got choked up when I heard the crowd.
That's really cool. Yeah.
I was like, I'm getting chills now because I'm just like, I can't even imagine what these women are feeling. And then when she got, and how that crowd erupted, you're giving them what they want. You go in there, you do your thing, and then they took it away. And I love it because it's so old school. It's so simple, but it's telling the good story.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Whether they were really kicking each other's ass in there or they just made it look like it, I'm here for it, because if you can make it look real and you took care of your person, like, props to you. Mm-hmm. But then also I understand when you're somebody that wants to feel it because you feed off of it more. So props there. Either way, I was like, dude, they look like they're beating each other's ass.
That's like the Japanese wrestling style too,
right?
Right?
And that's why I love it, because with the Japanese style, I always liked that solid, snug, at times, a little stiff. Because I was a wrestler that I fed off of it, and you do it safely. It was just so cool because in my day, that was not going on. Like how they were throwing it down, like with the women, it just wasn't happening. This match, I was into it, man. Like I said, got choked up.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
And then I just remember they were outside of the ring. She ended up getting kicked all gnarly, and then she just like looked like this and then like went, and I was like, that's so real. Like if you got kicked like that, and so I appreciate it. And I was like, it's that style though. That's why I love it. Good. It just was blowing me away that it was WWE that was bringing it to me.
I love that.
I do too, because we all know I've talked a lot of crap about WWE, but you got to give props where props are due, like that. Because it's good business for everybody. I
love that Asuka and Kairi and Io, they were able to tell a lot of story in this match. At one point, Asuka was screaming like, respect me, listen to me. And Kairi's like, we are family. It's just like, I love that they're telling so much story. But also, like I said, crowd was feeding into it. Crowd was chanting everything. They were like, Asuka's a wanker or something.
They were there for it. And you can see the transfer. The crowd's getting riled up. It makes the girls get even more into it, and then they're out there, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
So cool. So at the end, the big thing that happened was that Kairi sacrificed herself for her senpai Asuka, took the big shot, and then, she was a victim of Riptide, and then Rhea, who was the hometown hero, gave it to Io to do the last job. So the moonsault, and they picked up the win, which was really, really cute. I thought it was a really cute ending.
It had to happen that way because the real beef is between her and the Kabuki warriors. Yeah. Rhea is just part of it, but that it really comes down to that. That's the story, right? So, and then they were being so nasty to her, beating her up, doing all the things, cheating. Yeah. So she had to get that in. She had to, even with some of the false finishes. I was even like, yes, even if this is a false finish, you need to hit that, or at least attempt it or something, because come on, girl. And it was about that getting behind her. I love the part where when she was going back and forth and she was getting her ass beat, but then she's like bulking up, like, and it's like, who can't relate to getting, even if it's not physically, beat down so hard that you have nothing left to do except be angry and get the F up and say, hit me even harder then, bitch. that's the energy that was in there, and it was so real feeling. I loved it.
Yeah. After watching this match, I was like, I really want to see Asuka versus Io 1-on-1 or Asuka, Io, Kairi triple threat.
Triple threat.
Yeah, right? Because I think
threat.
there's something happening with Kairi Asuka too, because Asuka is just like manipulating Kairi left and right. So I know Kairi is gonna have a little breakout moment, so it's gonna be really juicy. So I can't wait to finally see that. But with the next PLE being War Games, I think they'll probably be in there mixing things up. So we'll see how it goes. I really hope they don't drop the ball and just continue it, because it is juicy for me.
When you have that leader that just takes liberties too much and you become the lackey, there's a point where you're just like, you know what? No, F you. I'm going against you. I'm going to fight you. So it is going to be juicy, I feel. But
those were the 2 Crown Jewel matches. We loved it. But Shelly, tell me about this radio network, the podcast that you've been doing.
So it's Vampire Radio. I've been doing podcasts since 2009.
Yeah.
Very
OG.
long time. I'm an OG at the podcast world. I remember it was me, Colt Cabana, and RVD were the only people that were really doing podcasts back then. Just saying. And I incorporate it now with music. And before it was just audio, so now I have it video as well. I throw it on YouTube. My latest guest was Vince Russo, and it was an amazing for me, life-changing interview.
Really?
Because
he's a little spicy. We all know that.
Yeah. Well, we both spice it up together. We're too much. We're trouble.
Also, when are we going to the Universal Horror Night?
Oh, the Horror Night. I don't do the Horror Night. Here's the thing. Miss Vampire over here. I don't like the scare actors when they pop up. And I remember there was this one attraction. I don't even know if it's still there. It probably is. I just don't know. Where you walk through and there's some scare actors that come out. I, by reflex, punched a Frankenstein. And then over the loud thing as I'm running out the door because I got freaked out. There's no hitting the actors. I'm just that way. I don't like it. I don't like people sneaking up on me.
But did you hear that they have a WWE one?
They do.
Yeah.
They've had some in the past. People forget that. Look it up.
Universal?
Look it up.
Oh, so it's not the first one.
It's not.
Would you do that with me? Maybe not. It will be a really cool video, I think.
For you, I would.
Okay. I'm really scared. So we'll be scared together.
I might punch someone.
Don't punch me. Maybe punch Alexa Bliss. We'll see Ariel versus Alexa Bliss in there. Thank you, Shelly, for being in the show.
Thank you for having me.
Lending your insight into Crown Jewel. Where can we all find you?
It's super simple. Just go to shellymartinez.net. And if you want to see my official links, shellymartinez.net/links. It's all there, real nice and organized.
And you can find me at DShin on Instagram and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.